Faster Pussycat Kill Kill, which surprisingly is not a snuff movie or a porno, was released on August the 6th, 1965, written and directed by Russ Meyer. It follows three crazy go-go dancers whose names really don't matter, so we'll just call them Mrs. Tits.
Out of the way, here comes Mrs. Tits.
Blondie and Accent Lady. They start racing their cars around the California desert, as you do, until a young couple, Seth MacFarlane's father here and Linda, who was actually 16 in real life at the time, so most of her scenes in this movie are really awkward and uncomfortable to watch, they end up having harmless races against one another until Mrs. Tits gets into a fight with MacFarlane and ends up killing him. The trio then kidnap Linda and are now on the run, planning to stage her boyfriend's death, her disappearance, and then her demise as well. They come across an old man and his bodybuilder son and overhear that they have muchos money hidden away and decide to find the cash for themselves. Linda manages to escape and get a lift, but oh, what a twist. Kirk here turns out to be the old man's other son and drives her back there despite her pleas against it, although he seems different to the others. The rest of the film is her trying to get help. While Mrs. Tits tries seducing Kirk for the money, Linda escapes again, people get killed, and we get an ending that comes very close to being worse than Red River. Close, but no cigar. Susan Bernard, who played Linda, often felt friction between herself, her co-stars, and even the director. Possibly because her mother was often present on set due to her being a minor, but she was also terrified of Tura Santana, who played Mrs. Tits. The movie premiered in Los Angeles on August the 6th, 1965, and became a box office failure on first release. It was dismissed as an exploitive skin flick by the few critics who actually acknowledged its existence at all. John L. Wasserman of the San Francisco Chronicle stated, "Faster Pussycat Kill Kill has the worst script ever written." Over the years, it gained a rather decent cult following, Roger Ebert even giving it 3 out of 4 stars. See, at first glance, I was hoping that maybe I just missed something. I thought perhaps this could have been a parody of some kind, and I was just missing the humour. Maybe the acting was supposed to be bad, or the fights were supposed to be awkward, but no, the director and writers actually went out of their way to say that it is a completely original piece. They actually tried with this. The cinematography. It's done really well. The music is actually quite good. And sometimes you do genuinely feel sorry for Linda and actually want her to escape. Everything else is just so cringeworthy. The acting, the writing, even the editing.
What's your hurry, honey? He's not gonna run away.
Let's have it.
Why do you bother with her, huh? She's a nothing but trouble.
The murderers! They kidnapped me! They killed my boyfriend!
You don't have to believe it, honey. Just act it.
Jesus Christ, the acting is bad in this one. There is not a single person that I can credit for a thoroughly decent performance.
We can tell when we're not wanted.
I mean, the old man has his moments, but he's still bad overall. You only feel bad for Linda because everyone in the world seems to want her dead, except Kirk, who redeems himself at the end. Everybody else she comes across are psychotic murderers. Why does the old man and his butch son want her dead anyway? He catches Mrs. Tits eavesdropping about the money, so fuck knows why he doesn't just get Brock Lesnar here to send the bitches to Suplex City. But maybe he thinks Linda is one of them. Fair enough. But if that's the case, why does Linda not tell him? She is alone with him and says nothing. She doesn't ask for help. She's in public and doesn't try running and screaming for help. You're in public. It's not like they can do anything, you stupid bacon sandwich. In fact, now that I think about it, I'm starting to realize, no, actually, I don't feel bad for Linda because she's so fucking stupid. Her acting is bad. Everyone's acting is bad. The lead star, Mrs. Tits, who's been credited for her performance, just yells every line. It's like she thinks intensity is automatically inserted just from raising your volume.
I am tied to this chair for life.
Better you should be nailed to it! How long has she been gone? How long?
One more Slider Flake and it's wipeout.
Stop fucking yelling! Wait, irony. Just yelling does not make you intense or emotional. Just yelling doesn't make you a good actor. Did you take acting lessons from Will Ferrell? The editing is also so weird. They have the weirdest transitions ever.
She might just gentle down real nice with the right halter.
Like, they'll even cut to shots that seem entirely out of context and just out of place.
I'll buy you one.
Come on.
Or even just forced.
I'm not for talking anymore. I'm for eating. If you don't see it, we ain't got it.
These transitions are so random, they make no sense. They just come out of nowhere. The music is alright, but it just feels like a cheesy Bond movie. Except there, it's supposed to be cheesy. This wasn't a spoof of anything or deliberately hammered in. It's a genuine attempt at a good movie, and it's just strange. I mean, look at this fight choreography. actually a reason behind this. The director had asked his actors to not rehearse the fight sequences beforehand so it comes across more real. Did it though? Did it really? There's a reason why you need choreography, Myers, and this is it. This should be shown at film schools to show how not to shoot fight scenes. I feel awkward watching this. It's like those public pranks you see on YouTube of people doing awkward things in front of strangers to get a reaction, except they're supposed to be awkward. Therefore, you can see the humor, but they're still uncomfortable to watch. It's the awkward humor that's the charm of them. But this is like those try not to cringe challenge videos. With the exception of Linda, this film portrays females as psychotic killers. Yes, we get a bunch of movies about male murderers, but there's usually some kind of backstory or plot around it. This movie is literally just, we have a uterus and we're fucking evil. They use their tits to try to get their way, and it's completely portraying women in such a negative fashion. Mrs. Tits tries to use sex to get what she wants, and it's the guy who says no and walks off. The same happens with Blondie. What kind of universe is this? And guess how long this scene lasts? This scene that has one purpose and one purpose alone, and that is to race and have Linda's boyfriend killed and then her kidnapped. How long do you think it takes for them to wrap up that simple message? 18 minutes. I'm not even joking. They talk, they race, they talk, they race, they dance, they talk, they race, they kill, they talk for 18 motherfucking minutes! Linda's boyfriend even has a car crash and is presumed dead. And what do? Well, they fight over Linda's stopwatch, of course. And once that crap's out the way, she simply calls him and he immediately wakes up unharmed. I'll give it credit. It has the balls to put a man fighting a woman. It's probably Chris Brown's favorite movie.
You see anything interesting?
Not in this movie.
And here's where our screenplay starts to unfold right now.
Did she just accidentally read out her direction instead of a dialogue? Several times they just refer to each other as brother as well. Like, unless you're Hulk Hogan, who does that?
He was big then, even then. And he killed his mother, and he doesn't even know it. And I can't tell him or explain it.
I'll just say it directly in front of him instead. I know he's supposed to be mentally handicapped, but throughout the entire movie he understands people perfectly fine, so this makes no goddamn sense! Now, this is one of the most unintentionally hilarious scenes of all time. So brace yourself. Best movie ever. So here, Blondie dies and it's treated so emotionally. This scene gets so much screen time, it goes on for forever and is treated like such a sad, sad thing, but she's one of the villains. A massive bitch face, and now we're meant to feel bad? Her mate dies right after, but obviously not enough considering she fucking blinks right here. So here, she's driving a car against him and he somehow is stopping it. There's no way that he'd be able to do that. There's only one man on Earth who could possibly pull that off.
And his name is John Cena! He's gonna get in the ring and put boots to asses!
It's not even like she's toying with him. She is accelerating full force and he's still holding it back. Run left. Or right. Or any direction other than straight on. The fuck is this guy doing here? Looks like he's about to take a shit on the screenplay.
Well, she's not gone anywhere.
And that's the ending, folks. That's it. Do they get out okay? Is the villain dead? Do these get together? Who cares? It's finally over.